All right, welcome back, y'all. Episode 13, or is it 14?
It's gonna be episode 12.
Oh, 12.
Yeah,
Episode 12.
I believe.
Big week. Let's just
Or
get
13.
into
We
it.
don't I know I guess 13 just because we had that the one that we didn't drop.
Duh.
But yeah, let's get into it, man. It's getting down to it, man. It's crazy, bro. I can't believe it's only 3 weeks left.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to address the last episode that I just
Yeah,
want to
go
say
ahead.
it was a big fuck up. It didn't record. I just want everyone to know it didn't record. It's not like I'm deleting it because I didn't like it or anything. If you want to recap some stuff from last week too, I don't know if you want to do that.
Yeah.
Uh,
I think the big one is Miner's game. I think
all
we do
right.
need to.
There was a few other games, but do you want to you want to say something about that?
Yeah, because just it was a big game. You were saying how it was just week one. I played you last time. You had this new team with ETN. Gibbs is coming around. It's just different team, and I went out there and I just flat out just absolutely kicked your fucking ass, man.
Yeah.
And they're lucky they didn't hear the other episode because I went a lot harder. But I went out there and absolutely obliterated your fucking ass, man. Pause. But I fucking kicked your ass. All right, coming off that Alonzo win. Now it's you. Damn, man, that was just dope. Back to back wins I had to have, and that's the reason why I'm the first team in the East to clinch. And we just it's a puzzle piece every week. It's a chess game. Who can you put out there? I have my rotations for running backs and receivers. We got Joe Burrow goes down, but I'm looking at Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans. This chemistry's growing. I think something's there, and I think that that was just a huge game. We had a comment on that game because I think you showed your true colors there when it comes to the bright lights. You drop 89, fully healthy. I think your special team scored more than me as well. So it's there was no excuses. You just
They
got your ass
barely.
kicked.
They barely. My defense scored 11 and my kicker scored 7. So
Mm.
pretty decent. Yeah. I mean, and I this is the only thing I remember saying about that game is I'm just happy that I didn't drop 100 points or even 120 points. It was
You
an
go,
89. It was a low game. Honestly, 89 loses a lot of the time. You
yeah,
didn't even need
bright
100.
lights do that to people.
So I'm just happy the week I scored little didn't matter. I don't want it to matter.
Yeah,
I don't want to
it did.
be
The
86,
broomstick
86
came
and
out, man.
win by point 0.5 points.
The broomstick came
Nah,
out, and you had to factor in when you look back, okay, how
your
much did I
losses are
beat you on the
worse.
season by? If I beat you on the season by how much? Is that? Jeez, it's like
Yeah, it was
70.
funny
It's
too. It
around
was funny too
70.
because Josh
It's like
Allen has had
70
his worst
combined in both games.
games
It's like
against
70.
you. It's
So damn, we
hilarious.
just asked that off-season talk when we bring up these games. We look back at last season. It's just like a sweep. It's a sweep on you. So it was big. There's no denying it. It's just you just lost a big game. I know it's always
Yeah,
tough for you to admit that, but you always say lights shine bright. You do well. I just never see that. I think you usually I'd say what weeks 5 through 9 every year. You're king.
right.
You're celebrating. You're scoring a lot of points. You're having
Yeah,
fun.
having a great time.
It's your excuse to fall back on when you don't win, and that's what losers do. They like to they'll point out how dominant they are between weeks 5 and 9, but and then the lights come on when it's time to go 10 to 14. You know, we'll see how it goes, but you can take you can go ahead.
Damn. Yeah. What the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah, and just the last thing I think I can remember mentioning from that game was
Yeah,
that this loss wasn't a big loss. Going into this week was a bigger week. This definitely was affordable, and it would have been affordable if I hadn't won those 5 games. I won the games I had to win to afford me this loss, and it's fantastic. That I could afford it. I'm not battling with Captain or Jerry for the last spot or second to last spot. We don't know, but yeah. Now just okay week. Yeah, it sucked, but we can move
mm,
on.
yeah.
And let's just move on to this week. What
Let's do it.
what game do you wanna talk about?
Let's see this week. Well, I think we have to talk about this previous week you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
yeah,
all
yeah.
right.
I guess, yeah, yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so let's dive into Cabin OTK. Young Bucks. That one came down to the wire.
Yeah, that's
Wow,
insane.
that's crazy. That's crazy. And the Cab needed that one. That would have been huge. Ruben, I think you kind of let him off the hook a lot. Like you're always after my point scored, and it's just, like when he wins these type of games, like you don't ever bat an eyelash. So it's like it's whatever. I just want to point that out.
Okay. Yeah, man. I mean, like, this game was insane. It's just the biggest thing, honestly. It's like if Gabe Davis in the flex. If you would have traded Gabe Davis, who would have been in that flex? Mike Evans. Like, it just would have been a nicer game. I get it. Like, he got the win, and that's all we care about.
Gabe's boomer bust, man. Gabe's boomer bust. Like
but
he's boomer bust. That's just what he is.
And Mike Evans is more boom.
Yeah, but
and less buzz.
If you got a plethora of talent at the receiver position,
I get it.
You
Yeah.
add, you don't have a first round pick until 2030.
But you traded him what, a 4th round pick?
A second rounder.
Okay.
Next year.
It's not as bad.
But I mean, Ruben doesn't have a first round pick until 2030.
I would have said Mike Evans is worth a 1st round pick. Easily.
But then I throw in a Gabe Davis helps
Gabe
this
Davis?
year.
That helps me with
and
your
Mike,
depth.
And I got Mike just before this last 20-point game. I feel like if Ruben holds on that maybe a week longer, and then I trade for after the 20-point game, he's probably first round pick worthy. But it was just like he was at like 8 to 9. He's with DK.
He was a first round pick.
He cooled off.
No, he did. I saw he did, but it was still a solid 8-9 points. Like, it's not like
but you hate DK for doing that. You hate DK for doing that.
Yeah, and DK's just but you hear Evans, like you just see Evans, like he's just playing on another level this year. Baker Mayfield is a little more like Jameis Winston, and in terms of they just maybe throw the ball, kind of similarly. Where because with Tom Brady, like Mike Evans was like struggling. I don't know. I just think the whole league understands that Mike Evans is having a phenomenal year. And
except for you, who traded him away for nothing.
But yeah, that was preseason.
You saying the whole league.
You think I would have made? Okay, if I would I make that trade today? No.
Okay, but we tried to tell you the same thing weeks ago. You didn't want to hear it. You just got to admit you were wrong on that one. The whole
I'm just saying. I was the
wrong.
Trade at the time. Yeah, but the trade at the time was good. Like now that it's aged,
I told you it wasn't good. I told you it wasn't.
Nobody really wanted that trade.
But that was before the season started. So it's like when reality set in, you're like, oh wow, Justin's actually right.
No one really won that trade because Justin ended up flipping Mike Evans for what, a 3rd and like a 6th.
I don't remember. But looking at Cam Lee, he's hanging on still. You and him are in that kind of same tier right now. You got who do you play this week? Alonzo, right? It's a tough matchup.
I don't know. Alonzo's been having a really bad 4 weeks. Like, there's no excuse either. There's no excuse either.
He's also, I'm more of a fancy dude where like, damn, he's due. I'd be kind of a little more worried. Like,
nah, I'm not worried at all.
A team that I think is good that hasn't been scoring a lot. I'm like, damn, now he's due.
He's got let's not get into next week because we can pull.
Mark Andrews though out for the year.
Oh yeah. Out for the year. That's fucking terrible.
James Cook's looking better. Ruben,
a little better.
Jamar Chase is definitely going to be impacted. CeeDee Lamb's doing good. Jefferson, when's he coming back? Kelsey's talking about retirement right now. I can't believe that.
Oh, yeah, I seen that. Because, I mean, once they get married, bro, it's like, you want to be able to leave the game and play with your kids. Like, they want to. Yeah, Kelsey's 34. That's insane. I told you when they made that trade 3 weeks ago that Kelsey lost all his value. Right then and there, Kelsey lost all his value. He's not going to be as valuable.
He's got to win this year.
He does have to win this year. He really does because it's insane, right? Like, he's going to retire. Huh?
Does Austin Eckler suck?
Oh, wow, 5 points? That's insane. But, I mean, more often than not, like, Austin Eckler, solid player. Like, he didn't lose there.
Little touchdown merchant in a way. He runs like a fucking.
Everyone's a touchdown merchant, honestly.
No, I'm just saying, like when I see under 70 yards rushing, like it's like okay, like I get it. Trust me, I get it. It's fantasy value. I understand. I'm just like, damn, man, this dude used to be like a little more explosive. I'm like, damn, like I see a video of him running slow as fuck this last week. But
Yeah.
he still has value for sure. Najee, not a great week for
No,
him.
zero value.
Justin
He's not
Fields
even a
back is going to
starter.
help Ruben a lot, though. And the great special teams play by Ruben. It's a veteran move. Veterans know that those matter, and you have to do the research on those two things to really win some games. Sometimes, man, you got to put it's 3-phase game: offense, defense, special teams, 3 phases. Let's go to the next game. Let's go to you versus Ty. You can start it off since it's your game.
Wow, yeah, great game. I mean, revenge game for Josh Allen coming off that terrible week. Jameer Gibbs just showing like he's playing good football. They're keeping him involved. Like, yeah, I'm happy for it. Yeah, did it suck to see David Montgomery in the like fucking final like 3 seconds or something?
Mm.
Fucking
Game winner. They
game
go to the
winner,
guy.
winner,
They go to the
bro.
guy.
Like,
Game on the
god
line. Who they go
damn.
to? Hey, game on the line. They go to David or they go to or Gibbs.
Yeah,
They go to
they were
David.
running it
So
with Gibbs.
and
Yeah,
the
they
thing
were
with the,
running
the thing
it.
with the thing with that is that Gibbs is your number one.
He's not my one. I think ETN's my one.
Nah, I Gibbs your
What do
number
you
one
mean?
over
Nah,
ATN.
nah, yeah, ETN's one. He's the lead back. He's the
Nah, it's
workhorse. Like
like Monty's just
Jameer.
like kind of someone I'm kind of like lucky on. So I got him in the second round. Like, I'll even if it's like this the rest of the way, I'm easily taking that, bro. Like
Oh
it's not
yeah,
even
I mean yeah, I agree there. I mean David Montgomery is having a good season. I mean he's turning out to probably be the best pick in the second round
in the draft.
in the
Damn near.
draft. Yeah, but I mean like we could get into that. But yeah, like it's like I say, like value gets real thin after that second round. And like
Yeah, but I
people are
fully agree
loading
with that.
all
It's just
these picks, and it's like who is a good pick in the second round? David Montgomery, nobody else. So like you gotta like
oh,
make
there's
sure
always
those
more.
picks
You
work.
gotta
Like
start paying attention more. You gotta start paying
I don't
attention
know,
more.
bro.
There's always
Then
more, bro.
David
You
would
gotta
have
be
went
better. You gotta
earlier.
be more.
Then
You
David
gotta
would have
draft
went
them,
earlier if people had done the research. He's looking like a
bro.
first round pick.
Didn't you? You didn't have a first round pick?
But yeah, but I was never gonna take David at the.
Did you have a second? Did you have a second round pick?
I think I did, but it was after you.
Yeah. Would you have took Dave Montgomery?
I don't know. I'd have to see the
Yeah,
board
you would
again.
have.
I'd have to see the
You
board
would have
again.
took him. All right. So we got
But
yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's a
great
tough loss for
game.
Ty.
Beat fucking Ty. Yeah. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, like for me to be tied right now for the division lead with Ty is, I think it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a battle. It was an uphill battle for me, man. Ty started off hot,
Yeah.
and we're tied right now, man. We got 3 games left, and we play each other. Like, there's some big games coming up, and this is what I live for. Like, it's fancy football, man. Like, if we about to get to December, like this is what I live for. I'm already clinched. Like to wake up and see that next to my name this morning, like gave me so much
That's
relief.
all
Like,
right, man.
all right, like I can just come out here as a playoff team and I just can just start acting like one. I need to start game planning, man. For the playoffs. Like I gotta start. And I damn near need to get this damn near first round bye, bro. So like this week with Drew is big. It's a
It
big
is a
game because
big
Ty's got
week.
Jerry. Hopefully Jerry can pull off something, but you know.
Oh yeah, that's
I
gonna be
play Ty
tough.
next week. That game with Ty next week's a big one, man. It's a big one.
Yeah, Ty's just been having a really good season.
Adams a little bounce
But
back, yeah. Barkley looked good. Henry, man,
yeah, I mean Barkley
Henry's
still put 22. Like he was playing really well. Like throughout the day, it was actually looking real tight. It was real
they had to get
close.
creative with him though. They're throwing bombs to him. It's just all right. Like, I
But
get it. He's like that. He can do that, but it was a creative game, like how he scored. It wasn't like he was just absolutely dominating running the ball. 80 something yards. He was good. But Derrick Henry, that guy's done. He
he
is
just one bad
fucking
game.
toast.
That's one
Um,
bad game. Oh, it's actually a second
no,
bad game.
back to back bad games.
Back to back.
ETN
Yeah, that's gonna be
comes
sad.
in and he comes out the lineup. They're 1 yard. Like, damn, Ty, that sucks, man. But yeah, chalk it up to you. It's a great win from you. Thank you. I wanted you to win. Me and
I
Ty are
needed
not
to win.
tied. 3 weeks left. Here
I
we
had to
go.
win. I had to do it.
Here we go, man. Here we go. All right. Drew, Justin. This game was a lot closer than I thought it was gonna be. I see Gotti with T Law finally giving him something with 32. Jalen Warren, like how old is Jalen Warren?
He's young, isn't he?
Is he?
He's got to be.
Check. $25. So, that's someone Justin can build around in a way as well. Jalen Warren, Hunt's not very good. Debo, he's regressing.
Oh yeah, Debo's the
McLaurin,
two
I'm not
now.
sure why Howell can't really figure it out with McLaurin. Yeah, I mean, at least got Kyron coming back next week. That'll be interesting to get. At least, it's a good sign if I'm him. I want Kyron coming back, getting these like first injury game back jitters out the way, the like last half of the season, and then next year, he's already back to just being normal going to the year. I wouldn't want it to be like where he missed the rest of the year, and all of a sudden it's just like now he's trying to get back into things and think of it like to start the season off, like Brees Hall did. He took a little bit to get going. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, good win by Drew. Drew stayed hot. He just keeps defying everything you said when Chubb went down. I think if that was, we can go back. We might need to like make some YouTube shorts like after the season, or just some hot takes that just didn't come to fruition, or like that did come
Yeah.
to fruition. I feel like you and Drew, there was a lot of like animosity there. Just a lot of tension with calling his season over with, and for him to be at 8-3 is remarkable.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, I don't know, right? Like Drew hasn't had a good last few games. Like I feel like Drew, like
Yeah,
this week, only what 86,
93.
um, barely 93. What was he last
How's it
week?
barely 93 when it's 93.7?
Last week he only put up 100. The week before only 98. Like it's just a low scoring affair. And then
I don't think that's
AJ
low
Brown,
scoring, bro.
like AJ
Like that's
Brown went
literally not low scoring.
AJ
Like I don't
Brown
know what
went
you think.
missing. I don't know where he went. He was gone. He was not seen on the field. He had point 0.8 points against a Kansas City defense who's okay. They're not, I feel like, from what I understand, they're not the greatest defense,
DJ
but they're
Moore though back
decent.
with Jay Fields.
But, and then going forward, though, I'm looking at the matchups for the Eagles: Buffalo, San Francisco, Dallas. Like, AJ Brown's going to have a lot of, like, tough games. And I just feel like, is he going to be good for the playoffs?
Yes, I mean he's a dog, bro. He's crazy. Like I'm not gonna doubt him,
I don't know. We'll see.
But yeah, I mean, good win by Drew. Keep rolling. He's clinched too, clinched the playoff berth. Congrats to
Yeah,
him and
man.
shout out Ruben
GG.
too. Ruben clinching that playoff berth. Us three were the first to do it. Probably three best teams when you look at it.
I mean,
Um,
if I was in the West, I would have clinched that at this point too. So
Probably not, but
I think I would have.
so
Yeah,
we got
easy.
Colin with a absolute upset. A La Familia, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What a upset, Colin. I see you, bro. Like,
That's
you know what I'm saying?
insane.
Like, Colin's, he's not eliminated yet. He's not, he could hunt you down for
Yeah,
that
he
last spot,
could.
bro.
Yeah,
He could
he
still
could
hunt you down for it.
potentially.
He could. He's not eliminated. This is a huge win to keep minute. The Stroud, the Dell duo is looking really good.
Yeah,
Pacheco or Puka Nakua is young. I hate him, but he's putting up solid numbers.
yeah.
Um, you know, um,
Big help from the
then we got La
defense.
Familia, who Lamar took off, McCaffrey took off, Tyreek Hill was decent, D Swift was solid. So good game by him. Just La Familia though on a tough streak here, just losing some
Yeah,
big games, losing some bad
yeah,
ones. He
yeah.
started off hot. That's how he usually does it, but he will make the playoffs. Like I think we all know that. So
Yeah, I mean, this is his first 100-point game in the last like 3 weeks. And he still took an L. I mean, it's just he's struggling to put up points. It's sad to see that he's L, and I just think it paints that picture of like, can you get out of the first round? Um,
yeah,
when like you start off hot, cool enough. I think what he's starting Adam Thielen. I think he's having like a hard time starting his wide receivers because he's got talent. He's got Jordan Addison, Hopkins, Thielen, and Thielen's cooled off, but he's still riding with them. I think this week too. So it's just sad to see. I mean, Colin did win by, you know, with that defense, those 21 points at defense.
good
I
play.
mean,
Those the
played
good play.
huge in this game. Obviously, like 10 points less, and Alonso gets the dub. But you know, if Colin wants to make the playoffs, if he thinks he's gonna make the playoffs, and I really do think his defense is gonna have to put up 21 points every single week. Like if his defense doesn't pull through, there's just not enough talent on this team to like get these like must win games
Yeah,
the next like to
yeah.
be undefeated
He needs
basically.
he, he needs you to lose out, and and he needs to win out. That's what he needs.
Yeah,
He needs you to
yeah,
lose
he
out.
needed me to lose this week, but I I didn't lose.
But going forward, he really needs you to lose out. All right, going to my game with Jerry. We battled through a couple injuries there with Burrow and K9. We're gonna sort things out with the
Oh
trade
my
deadline
god.
tomorrow at I think it's 12 p.m. Central. We got a couple deals on the table we're looking at just to get some help. But yeah, I mean, it's a great win to power through. Gus Edwards looking like the real deal. Mike Evans just a very solid trade to get us. Amon Ross consistent. Monty's a dog. Looking at my bench, DK had a great week. That was encouraging. Just he's part of that rotation. Sometimes I might need a DK to step up, and for him to do that, showing the 94 and a touchdown, it's good to see. Jerry, Kyler Murray was giving me fits early. Rashad White, but at the end of the day, Jerry just didn't have the firepower.
Yeah, Alan Lazar dropped a big goose egg there that didn't help. Big move by Jerry to bench Patrick Mahomes though, I think.
Yeah,
But
that
it
was
just didn't pull through. Yeah, man, you got big fucking holes in your ship, right? I mean, your famous quote, "We go where Joe goes," and he's leaving
we
to the
go as Joe.
ranch. He's leaving to the ranch. I don't know if you're headed there too, but um, yeah, I don't know how you're gonna do that. And then Kenneth Walker, is he? What's going on with him? Do you have like an update health wise? Is he gonna play this coming week?
He's got an oblique. He's not going to be on IR. Probably looking at like not this week, not next week. Maybe
Ooh.
come back the week after that.
And like, yeah, you clinch the playoffs. It's cool, but yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, the road
it's
to
relieving getting two
winning
of
the
those guys hurt.
division.
So it's like, yeah, I know it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
Yeah,
tough, but
like
we
you'll
have
you'll
depth.
yeah.
We have depth. Kamara, like there hasn't literally hasn't been a week that I've had to like there's I've been dealing with injuries and buys to where like
Yeah.
okay, like I still have Kamara, like he's a starter damn near. Like I know I'm gonna miss K9, but Kamara, Monty, and Gus, we're not gonna really miss too much of a beat here. Like
Mm.
and then like when receivers get hurt, I got like a Amon Evans and DK, like
Yeah, what you about your
Garrett
running
Wilson
backs?
or Odell.
Garrett Wilson,
Yeah, Garrett Wilson, Odell,
he
like
should have 2 negative point games, but
yeah, but I mean, he's getting a new quarterback. They're benching Zach Wilson, so you never know. He might be able to heat up there. But yeah, so just it's just Baker Mayfield. That's the question right now. Is like I was watching that game versus the 49ers, and I like what I seen. It wasn't crazy. 246 touchdown interception, but it was a tough 49ers team. He found a way to get Mike the ball still. I like it because at least I had a stack there. So when they do good, I get both those guys points. If I need to, I think we could ride this out with Baker, but I am going to try to find some at least a little help before tomorrow's deadline.
yeah, dark days definitely ahead. Dark days.
We'll see, man. It's clinched. I'm the only one that clinched in the East. I told you. About
Dark
my team. You don't
dark
want to believe it.
days. Dark days. Like, yeah, I think you're gonna see your team start to crumble and really show its weakness, and you're just gonna get tons of anxiety coming to the playoffs with just being just so weak going in. Um, but I think with that, those are all the games
Yep. We're going next week.
next week.
Let's start off with Cadman Gotti. Gotti's eliminated. He can play. Spoiler. I know him and Captain got that rivalry, the Justin Bowl. I think he
That's
wants this
funny.
one just for rivalry, for rivalry's sake and shit talking. Yeah, shit talking sake. So I think this one's gonna be a good one. I think Trevor Lawrence maybe has woken up a little bit. Jalen Warren's looking solid. Kyron Williams back. I'm gonna go with what Gotti pulls this week out and maybe ends Cabin's. It depends if you win or lose, but maybe ends Cabin's playoff hopes.
Right. Yeah. Just gonna be a fascinating game. Like, it'd be hilarious if it's like really close and they each score 100 plus points. But I don't know. Tough game to call, but I think you gotta. Ah, you want to give it to captain, but it's like, can you do it without Mark Andrews?
Mm. Yeah, I don't know. I give it to Gotti.
Damn, I'd probably go with captain still, but
Okay. You got Cherry and Ty. I think it's Cherry's pretty much like a bye week at this point. So Ty will be probably going to 8-4,
yeah,
barring any miracles. Um, just lining up for a bigger week. match up with me if I can somehow beat Drew next week. But I think Ty wins this one pretty easily.
Yeah, I don't think it's really hard to believe that Jerry wins this game, um, and that Ty loses. Like this is should be a walk in the park, but I mean, Kyler Murray, he's been giving people some issues. 21 points. Rashad White turning it on. Chris Godwin's kind of due for something. Shit, something might happen. Never know with the Steelers. Playing against Cincinnati, they're playing against a probably like not a great quarterback. I don't know who the fuck's starting over there, but it'd be hilarious to see Ty lose.
Oh, it'd be great. I'd love it.
I don't know if I'd love
Uh,
it as much, but what we got after
Next, we
that?
got. I don't know why you wouldn't. That's the only thing. Why would you not like him to lose? But next we got Ruben and Colin. Colin just had a big upset. Can he keep playing a little hero ball here and maybe just get some shit talking value in a win versus Ruben? I think it's very possible, but I'm gonna say Ruben wins this one.
Yeah, I mean CJ Stroud's just shown like he's showing really good. He could compete with a lot of these top tier quarterbacks in terms of like fantasy. Does he go off against Jacksonville? Is the question. But yeah, I gotta go with Ruben. Obviously, every week you see that team. Every week you think they're gonna drop 140, but they definitely upset you every single time. Like I got like it definitely wasn't like an easy bet. Like if someone said like you're gonna always win, nah, you lost.
Yeah,
Um, if you thought Ruben was scoring over 100 points, but yeah, I gotta go with Ruben.
yeah. Then we got La Familia coming off a 4-game losing
I
streak. This
know,
guy was 6-1
I
at one
know.
point.
He's
He is now
crashing.
6-5.
He's on fire.
You and him have the same record. This is going to
That's
be a
insane.
great.
That's
This,
insane. Like, do you think like
this,
you think you would be saying that at the beginning of the season?
no, not early on, no. But like I said, peaks and valleys of it. A long season, can't be writing people off early. But La Familia versus you, this is going to be a tough one. It's going to be a really good matchup. But I think La Familia bounces back here and he gets a dub. You go to 6-6. He goes to 7-5. I think you're going to be 6-6. Colin's going to be 4-8. And somehow, no, I'm sorry, no, Ruben's winning. I'm sorry, Ruben's gonna win. So yeah, I think either way, I guess Captain Lee would still be alive if he won and he lost. So they'll keep Captain Lee's hopes alive. Um, La Familia is gonna win this game.
All right. I think like it is interesting because me and Alonso are 6-5. So regardless of who wins here, like
Oh yeah, true. Either way,
either way, someone's still alive. Yeah, it's insane, man. I mean, to think like all these trades happen, and to think like, wow, Colin, like you're still in it, like you could actually turn it on right now. But I mean, Kelsey hasn't been playing at that level to make me think like, oh yeah, Colin should have held right because I mean
yeah, no, I mean
he
you
be
got good
holding a
value.
time bomb,
You
a
got great
nuclear
value.
time bomb, and
You
he played hot potato with it. He threw it at Ruben, and he's like, here, catch, and Ruben's gonna explode with him. But
got,
yeah, I got myself in this one.
they got me and Drew. I think this one's gonna be a good matchup.
It's
It
gonna be a great
hurts not
matchup.
having Joe Burrow, but I think Baker's gonna step up to the task. I'm against Indy. He's got a kind of easier schedule leaving this year. But first time with the keys. This has been this is Joe's team for going on 2 years. So it's having another guy out there with the keys in his hand. It's just tough to see, but I feel like Baker dove right into the playbook. He's gonna be ready to go.
Yeah, Drew should beat your ass this week easily. Like he should be able to drop 140 points. It's all there. Josh Jacobs is just waiting to explode. Again, AJ Brown. Hopefully, this would be a great revenge game. But I mean, they do play Buffalo. But who knows? DJ Moore, Justin Fields is back. DJ Moore is showing to be a very good pick too.
Mm-hmm. Is.
And George Kittle, like solid like last 3 weeks. You can't complain. 14 points every week. Like I don't think Kelsey's put those numbers up yet. So man, it's gonna be a tough game for you, especially with Baker Mayfield. That's insane to see. Um, but yeah, I gotta go with Drew on this one.
All right. All right, man. You got anything else to say?
Um, nah.
yeah, I mean, I don't really say at this point of the year. It's really time to take it's time to take it serious. It's all about always a lot of time, man. We the last four
Yeah.
games, now last three games. It's go time. You got to go. Trade deadline is gonna be tomorrow, Wednesday. You gotta go for it.
Oh,
You
is it
going for it?
really
You going for
tomorrow?
it? Or for me, I don't know if I'm gonna go for it. Go for it. I feel like we made the playoffs. Like that's already a win coming off of last year. Like 1 year bounce back. I think that we'll see how much I go for the trade, but it's gonna be exciting down the stretch, man. I don't know. It's gonna be a crazy finish. I have no idea who's gonna win this year.
Yeah, I hope nobody gives you what you want. Um, I hope you don't get a trade through and you have to ride with Baker the rest of the way.
Hmm.
I
We'll
hope
see.
people see that, bro. Like, I just hope they see that, like, yeah, you are getting picks, but then, like, you're giving a player away to somebody that, like, you don't really want to. Like, it just wouldn't be healthy for the league. I think, like, there's two parts of it. Like, am I getting enough value? And then it's like, what happens, though, after that? Give Jesse a playoff run? No,
All
that's too valuable to, like, be able to keep away.
Yeah, man. That's all I got, bro. That's all I got. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. First team to clinch in the East after that start, all that shit you were talking all year. I told you my team was good.
Yeah,
I told you
right.
my team was better than yours. That's why we swept you on the season. That's why we were the first to sweep in the East. And it was that damn simple from day one, man. You want to listen to the damn IBM stats, projections, and final standings and all that. I try to teach you something. Hopefully next year going into this podcast, you're going to learn who I am in this game. That's all I got to say.
I mean, I can say this when going through your schedule, like you won a lot of really lucky games, bro. It was not earned. It was not like you should have won the games you won,
Bro. You have all your
and
wins.
like you're very fortunate to
You
be where
haven't
you
beaten a
are,
team with a
man.
winning. You just beat a team with a winning record. The first one this year, the first time. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Nah,
Lucky. Yeah. Okay.
lucky no, I think so. Very lucky. Like the games you've been
Nah.
able to pull off, the low scoring like events, like it's insane. Like we start to go through your season, we could do it another day, but once you go through this season, you just see, wow, like he won with that. Like he was able to get wins there. Like,
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
but yeah, I guess, yeah, we'll see. Playoffs are coming, man. They're going to be here before anybody knows it. And your season will be over just as fast.
I might come for that crown this year, man.
Nah.
Number 2. That was classic number 2.
What would happen for me to play you in the playoffs? Is that even possible?
We gotta see if you make it first, kid. Once I see that X next year,
Easily.
let's start talking
Easily.
playoffs for you.
When is the
Uh,
earliest I could hit that X?
Probably next week.
Really? If I win next week?
Yeah, I think so. I
Wow.
think probably
Big
we're getting
game.
there. Like what I'm saying, once I see that X, we'll start talking playoffs about you. All right.
All right, yeah, yeah.